James chapter 1, verse 16.
Read.
Do not err, my beloved brethren.
Do not err, my beloved brethren. What does it mean to err? It's to make a mistake. You know what? Let me get the definition. Let me get the Strong's, James 1 and 16, right? So the word err is Strong's word G4105. Planao. To cause to stray, to lead astray, lead aside from the right way, right? And it goes on to expound on that more about heretics, error, sin, all right? So read that again.
James 1 and 16. Do not err, my beloved brethren.
So do not err, my beloved brethren. Very simple, plain, and to the point. Out the New Testament, man. Out the New Testament. Give me Hebrews 3 and 10.
Book of Hebrews chapter 3, verse 10.
So we're not supposed to err. We're not supposed to lead people astray. We're not supposed to be led astray. We're not supposed to be involved in sin, man. Read.
Hebrews 3 and 10. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation and said, they do always err in their heart.
They do always err in their heart, man, in their mind. Read.
And they have not known my ways.
And they have not known the ways of the Most High God. So let's hear about the ways of the Most High God, man. Give me 1 Kings 3 and 14. Because these people always err in their hearts, and we run into this every day, man. Whether it's you talking to your family, whether if you go to church, if you deal with the conscious community, is people erring in their heart all over the place because they're not following the ways of the Most High God, man. Even some of you jakes supposedly in the truth, man. Erring, not going after the ways of the Most High God, but following the goddamn white man, man. Read.
It's the book of 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 14. And if thou wilt walk in my ways, to keep my statutes.
To what?
To keep my statutes.
Read.
And my commandments.
To keep my statutes and my commandments. Read.
As thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days.
So then he's going to lengthen your days. If you don't err, if you follow his ways, he will lengthen your days, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Give me 2 Kings 17:13. We'll read down into it.
Book of 2 Kings chapter 17. It's like
13.
2 Kings 17, verse 13. Yet the Lord testified against Israel.
The Lord testified against the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Yahweh was speaking, go ahead.
And against Judah.
And against Judah, right? So all 12 tribes, go ahead.
By all the prophets and by all the seers, saying.
By all the prophets and all the seers. All of them, man. There's no disputation, man. It's all one cohesive work. Read.
Turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law which I commanded your fathers.
Now, I don't know how I could get any more plain than that, man. Keep all the laws, all the statutes, all the commandments, man. The same that he gave to our forefathers, we still got to keep. Read.
And which I sent to you by my servants, the prophets.
That's right. Everything the prophets done told us. Go ahead.
Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks, like the neck of their fathers.
These are a bunch of stick-necked people, man. Hard-headed people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Don't want to hear nothing. They might take hold of something and then leave the rest that they don't like. But it says to keep all the law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
That did not believe in the Lord their God.
Because they didn't believe. These people still don't believe. You know how you know they don't believe? Because these are the same people that'll say, yeah, we shouldn't murder. Yeah, we shouldn't commit adultery. But it's okay if I, want to pollute the nation with drugs, man. It's okay if, I don't keep the Sabbath. It's okay if I do this and that, whatever doesn't inconvenience them, man.
Right.
They want the Most High God to bend to their will, not the other way around.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 15, and they rejected his statutes.
And they what?
They rejected his statutes.
Everybody that eats the damn McRib sandwich does what?
Rejects his, and they rejected his statutes.
Every woman that disobeyed her husband did what?
Rejected his statutes.
Every child that dishonored their parents did what?
Rejected his statutes.
All you wicked niggas that's out here telling us to go do what the white man say instead of what the Most High God say did what?
Rejected his statutes.
Read.
And his covenant that he made with their fathers.
Y'all are covenant breakers, man. Do not err. Read.
And his testimonies which he testified against them, and they followed vanity.
That's 15. Okay, keep going.
And became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them.
You see that? We should not do like them. We're not supposed to go after them. We're not supposed to be amongst them. All right? They became vain. Meaning what? Meaningless. Worthless. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And they left all the commandments of the Lord their God and made them molten images.
They left all the commandments of the Lord and made them molten images, man. These are idolaters. Go ahead.
God. Even to calves, and made a grove, and worshiped all the host of heaven, and served the Baal.
You know what that grove is? It's them goddamn stripper poles, man. Y'all love being in the damn strip clubs. You know what else going on? They worship the host of heaven. They worship the host of heaven. What is niggas talking about right now, man? Oh, I can't wait for December 21st, because this star and that planet and this and that is finna align and we gonna get superpowers. You want superpowers? Keep the commandments, man.
Right.
Keep the commandments of the Lord, man. You get you a glorified body.
Right.
And you'll be able to do everything Yahweh did and greater.
Right.
Out of his own mouth, man. You don't have to wait for no damn planets to align, stars to align. Damn all that, man. Damn all that. We gonna get these powers when Yahweh gives them to us, and not a moment sooner. Read.
Verse 17. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire.
That's the abortion clinics, man. Passing them through the fires, sacrificing them to Molech. Go ahead.
And used divination and enchantments.
And what's popular right now? A lot of these damn fake ass Israelite women get fed up with something. They don't like how somebody act or what somebody say, so they just say damn the whole thing. They throw the Bible away and go into witchcraft, man. We're seeing it at record numbers right now. There's witches all over everybody's damn timeline right now, because a month ago she was in the truth selling fringes and hair wraps, and now she over here worshiping crystals or whatever else, man. Burning incense to idols. Nonsense. What verse was you at?
That was 17.
17, keep going.
Verse 18. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel.
Therefore what?
The Lord was very angry with Israel.
Yahweh's pissed the hell off, man. And Yahweh shall not go get your back for that. Go ahead.
And remove them out of his sight.
And remove them out of his sight, man. He said, get the hell out of my face. I'm not dealing with you. Go ahead.
There was none left but the tribe of Judah only.
There was none left at this time but the tribe of Judah only. So, hopefully, after Judah done seen all this, Judah gonna get right? Read.
Also, Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord.
Judah didn't keep the commandments of the Lord, man. Judah went the hell off too, man. Go ahead.
Also, Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their God, but walked in the statutes, of Israel which they made.
Keep going.
Verse 20. And the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel and afflicted them.
See, the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel and afflicted them. Why? Because several of our brothers went off, made up their own rules, their own laws. Judah followed suit. So the Most High God said, man, to hell with all of y'all. Get up out my face with all of y'all. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans going into affliction. Go ahead.
And delivered them into the hand of spoilers.
And delivered them into the hand of spoilers. Who are the spoilers? The robbers, the white man Esau, man. Shalom, King. Good to see you, brother. Shalom. That was it on 20?
Okay,
go ahead.
Until he had cast them out of his sight.
until he cast us out of his sight, man. He sent us all the way to the other side of the world, man. He got us up out the promised land and had us scattered to the four corners, chiefly over here in the Western world, Babylon the Great, which you know today is America, man. All right? Give me Psalm 81, 10 through 16. That's why it's so important that we keep these laws, statutes, and commandments and don't err, man. Because this is what got us in the position that we are in today. And if you want to get up out of it, we need our power. Go ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 81, verse 10. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So this is the Most High God, Yahweh, the one that is known for the Exodus, man. Read.
Open thy mouth wide, and I will fill it. But my people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me.
You see that? Our people, we stiff-necked, man. We wasn't listening. He got us up out of Egypt by way of mad miracles he was casting on the earth, man. Fire from the sky, locusts, firstborn dropping dead, seas parting, blood, water turning into blood, all kinds of stuff that they knew was coming from the Most High God, and they still wouldn't listen. And this is the same people we have to pipe and sing to today to get them to try to come back to the Most High God, and they don't even know that they're the Israelites. Right. It's an uphill battle, man, but we gonna get there. Read.
Now, verse 12. So I gave them up to their own hearts. So I gave them up unto their own hearts' lust, and they walked in their own counsels.
He said, you know what? You want to go back to Egypt? I'm going to send you back to Egypt, man. This is the lust of your heart. Go back into slavery then.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, that my people, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways.
Man, if only.
Right.
If only the Lord's people had hearkened unto him and followed his ways. Read.
God. I should soon have subdued their enemies.
He said he would have put our enemies down quickly, man. Go ahead.
And turned my hand against their adversaries.
And all our adversaries, he would have put his strength against them and turned his hand against them. Read.
The haters of the Lord should have submitted themselves unto him.
See that? Everybody that hates the Lord would be in subjection, man. They would have to bend the knee.
God.
But now they prosper. Why? Because his chosen people went against him. So he's using them to get us to deal with these punishments, man. Read.
God. But their time should have endured forever.
And we would have endured forever, man. It would have been a kingdom that never fell. Continue.
He should have fed them also with the finest of wheat, and with honey out of the rock should I have satisfied thee.
See, we would have wanted for nothing, man. We would have had all the finest of things, man. All the wine, the honey, the wheat. Our bellies would be full. We'd be joyful, celebrating, enjoying each other's companies. But instead, what do we have? Slavery and death, man. Looking at our brothers like they are our enemies. Looking at our enemies like they're our God, man.
Can't bring that out.
It's sick. Why? Because we err. Do not err. Give me Isaiah 55 and 6. We'll go to 11.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 6. It's like it. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found.
See that? Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, man. While we're here in this captivity, now is the time for us to seek Yahweh again. While he can be found. Read.
God. Call ye upon him while he is near.
That's right. Read on.
Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts.
You see that? The wicked man has to forsake his ways. Cease from doing wickedness. And the unrighteous his thoughts, man. Get them wicked thoughts about your mind. Because a lot of brothers think they slick, man. They think just because other brothers can't see what's going on or what they're thinking about, that the Lord don't know it. Yahweh knows all things, man. So just because you didn't sleep with your neighbor's wife doesn't mean you ain't been lusting after her. Now, I would never know if you were, but the Most High God do, and that's who you got to worry about. It ain't me. Forget me. It's Yahweh. Read.
And let him return unto the Lord.
And let him return unto the Lord, man. The Most High God is so gracious and merciful and loving That after everything we did to him, he's given us another chance, man. Just turn back to the Most High God, and you can still get these blessings. Read.
And he will have mercy upon him and to our God, for he will abundantly pardon.
You see that? He will abundantly pardon. That's how merciful Yahweh is, man. He's a just balance, man. He's a God of war, but he's also a God of love and mercy. Read.
God. For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts. This is so important because a lot of our people like to think, well, if it's not a big deal to me, it's not going to be a big deal to him. As a matter of fact, just last week, we was talking to those Christians, man. He agreed with me that adultery was wrong. Right? He agreed with me that prophecy must come to pass. Y'all remember that?
Right.
Y'all remember that, right? Talking about Isaiah 60. Get that. Get that. We'll hold what you got and go get that. But when we brought up the eating of swine, he goes, the pork stuff. So you agree that adultery is wrong, so you agree that the law still stands, right? But not that part, because it's not convenient for you. You think it's not a big deal to eat some swine, but the holy prophets and the Most High God said it was. You know what I'm saying? You go in this Torah, it says don't do it. If it says don't do it, then you're not supposed to do it. That's all right. We'll get it later. Let's go back to where you're at. It's all good. Continue reading from where you was at.
Isaiah 55:8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than yours, and my thoughts than your thoughts.
See that? The Most High God's ways and thoughts are higher. The Most High God's ways and thoughts are higher than yours. You don't know better than the Most High God. Read.
For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater.
The same way that the rain falls down from the heavens and the snow comes down from the sky and don't go right back up, it's feeding the earth so that the earth can bring forth life. Read.
So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall not return unto me void.
You see that? It won't return unto him void, man. His word will not go forth and return unto him void. It's for us to live and grow. The same way the rain is for the plants. Read.
But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the things whetherto I sent it.
See that? It'll please whetherto he sent it, man. And he sent his word unto the Israelites, man. The 12 tribes. Give me Hebrews 3 and 12. Read the 13. So it's of utmost importance, man. If you ever planted anything in your life, you know how important water is to it. If you don't water your plants, they wither and die. If you don't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going to be destroyed, man. Read.
Book of Hebrews chapter 3 verse 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
So take heed, man. Be aware of, be wary of, lest any of you have an evil heart, man, an evil mind. Read.
In departing from the living God.
And departing from the living God, going astray, following after other gods, rejecting the Most High God Yahweh and his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. Take heed. Read.
But exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin.
So don't be trapped by the deceitfulness that is sin, because sin looks good to a lot of people. Get 1 John 3 and 4. Don't be trapped by the deceitfulness of sin, and don't let your brothers go into that, and your sisters as well, or your children, because it says to exhort one another. All right? It's up to us to be our brother's keeper. Exactly what Cain didn't do for Abel. All right? Read.
Book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law.
So if you commit sin, you have transgressed the law. Read.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
Because that's what sin is. If there's no law, there's no sin. If the law says to do something, that's what you do. If you do anything else, you sin. Read.
Verse 5. And ye know that he was manifested to take away our sins, and in him is no sin.
So Yahushua was manifested to take away our sins, and he himself didn't commit sin. Read.
Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not.
So if you abide in Hamashiach Yahushua, or who the Christians call Jesus Christ, you don't sin. Read.
Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither know him.
So whoever sinneth hath not seen him and does not know him. So the example that I was giving earlier about those Christians and the McRib and the pork and all that stuff, they don't know him because they think it's okay. They said, damn what the Most High God says, damn what our king say. I say it's okay, therefore it's okay. That means you don't abide in him. Read.
Verse 7, little children, let no man deceive you.
Don't let anybody trick you, man. Don't let anybody tell you that it's okay. Read.
He that doeth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
So if you do righteousness, you're righteous, even as Yahushua is righteous. Go ahead.
He that committeth sin is of the devil.
He that committed sin is of the devil. So those men were of the devil. Point blank, period.
Right.
Read.
For the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose, the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
The point is to destroy the works of the devil. What are those, man? Those are the deeds, the things that they do, contrary to the Torah, contrary to the scriptures, man, contrary to the Messiah, contrary to our God, man. Give me Give me James 2 and 11.
It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 11. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill.
The same one that said don't commit adultery also said don't kill. The same thing I was saying before. The same person that said don't commit adultery also said don't eat swine's flesh. Right? Read.
Now if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law.
You see that? You become a transgressor of the law. Just because you didn't do this one thing over here, you still did something else. So you disregarding the law, period. Read.
So speak ye, and so do, as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty.
So speak ye, meaning teach this. Tell people to keep this law, and also do it. Take heed to yourself that you actually do these things, man. And the law of liberty, that trips a lot of folks up, man. All that means that this is the law that liberates us.
That's right.
This is the law that liberates us. Just like, how you doing, brother? Just like our brother right here. He might not even know he's keeping the law. Did you know that those fringes that you're wearing is a commandment from God for you to wear? It's a beautiful thing that you got those on, man. It's a beautiful thing you got those on. Our brothers of the tribe of Issachar, who are known as the Mexicans today, have been keeping that tradition and that law for generations, man. Where many of us have forgotten. And it's a beautiful thing to see, but we got to keep all these laws. This law that liberates us, man, that gets us out from under the hand of the damn white man, woman, and child, man. Gets their foot off our damn necks. So the Most High God can send his only begotten Son back to this earth to kill every last one of them and enslave the rest.
God.
I say every last one of them and enslave the rest because even after the slavery, they getting killed again.
That's right.
All right? Just so there's no confusion. I know what it sounded like. Give me, what was that? You was in James?
Yeah, that was James.
Give me Isaiah 66 and 15. That's what we was looking for. Okay? Because there are certain things that seem like light things to our brothers and sisters, such as the eating of pork, the shaving of the beards, you know, things of that nature, right? But every little thing matters, man. The Lord gave us a law that was perfect. And if you take away from perfect, it's not perfect anymore. If you add to perfect, it's not perfect anymore. All right? Go ahead.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, Verse 17.
Read.
They that sanctify themselves.
Hold on. Not 17. Start at 15.
Sorry. Verse Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Now we read this to these brothers, these lost brothers, and they agreed that this hasn't happened yet. He's coming with fire, right? Read.
God. And with chariots like a whirlwind.
And with chariots like a whirlwind, man. What people refer to as the UFOs and such, read.
To render his anger. To render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, man. He's trying these people by the fire. Only the gold's gonna pass through the fire. Read.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
See that? This is fire and warfare, man. Destruction and death. That he's gonna plead with all flesh. Read.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
There's gonna be bodies everywhere, man. Left, right, front, back, all over the place. Read.
Verse 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst.
Them that purify themselves and sanctify themselves in the gardens behind the trees. But what do the trees represent in the garden? Nations. Hiding behind these other nations to say, well, they say it's all right, so I'm going to get with them because it's all right over here.
Right.
You're not purified, you're not sanctified, man. You're in error. Read.
God. Eating swine's flesh.
Eating what?
Eating swine's flesh.
This is giving you the specific example of eating swine's flesh. Read.
And the abomination and the mouse.
And remember, this hasn't happened yet. Read.
Shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
They're going to die by the fire and the sword together, saith the Most High God Yahweh. All right? So there's no getting around it. The law stands, and you are in error. You got to come up out of that. Give me James. James 2 and 14. We're going to read the 20. And you know when you bring this out to these folks, you know what they do? Oh, it's interpretation. Oh, we got to go. I ain't even argue with them. I just say, all right, how do you interpret it? You break it down for me then. What does this mean if it don't mean what it say? Go ahead. Give me the precepts. Follow on, brother. Good to see you again, kid.
This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith and have not works?
Because this is what they was hitting us with. Hey, man, I just got faith. I just believe. I just got faith. I just believe. But what good is your faith if it doesn't have works, man? Read.
That's right.
Can faith save him?
Can faith save him? Read.
God, if a brother or sister be naked and is and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled.
Hey, if they're naked and hungry, and you say, hey man, you go have a nice day, be warm and be full in your belly, right? Read.
Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things which are needful to the body.
If I didn't give him a blanket or a jacket, I didn't feed him anything, he's still cold and he's still hungry. Read.
God, what doth it profit?
It profits nothing, man. It profits absolutely nothing to tell somebody who's starving and hungry, go forth in peace, be ye warm and be ye filled, man. The same way it don't profit nothing to tell people have all this faith and no works.
God.
Faith and works go together. Read.
God. Even so, faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone.
That's right, it's dead being alone. It's dead. And it proves that you actually don't have faith.
God.
Because just like we read in the prophecy, if you're not doing these works, you're going to get destroyed. If you have faith, that means you believe. If you believe on the Most High God, you have to believe that his words are true. And if you think you just safe doing all this wickedness and madness, then you really don't have any faith. Read.
God. Verse 18, yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Shew me thy faith without thy works, and I will shew thee my faith by my works.
I'll show you my faith by my works. The very fact that I'm doing these works shows that I believe in the Most High God. The fact that you're not Shows that you just all talk, man. What verse was that? All right, keep going.
Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well.
You see that? You believe that there's one God, that's great. You're doing good. Read.
The devils also believe and tremble.
The devils also believe and tremble. So what sets you apart from them? What's the difference between you and the devil if you just believe that God exists but don't do what he say? Read.
But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
O vain man. We read about men becoming vain. Faith without works is dead. If all you have is claims of faith, you've become vain, man. The Most High God's gonna cast you out. Give me Matthew 22 and 29.
This book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 29. Yahushua answered and said unto them,
This is the Messiah speaking. He answered and said unto them what?
Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures.
Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, man. You've gone astray, not knowing the scriptures. You've led astray, not knowing the scriptures, man. Read.
Nor the power of God.
Nor the power of God. Because these people who say faith, faith, faith with no works, they don't believe in the power of God because they don't think that the Most High God can do anything to them. Because he said explicitly, over and over again, keep my laws, get these blessings. Break my laws, get these here curses. They're not scared of the curses. They don't want to get out from under the curses. A lot of them don't even know they're dealing with the curses because they so in love with the goddamn white man. They see him doing good, they think we all doing good. Damn that, man. What verse was that? 29?
Yeah, no.
All right, give me James 1 and 14.
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed.
You see that? When a man is drawn away of his own lust, his own wants, his desires, and is enticed, because remember, we read about the deceitfulness of sin. That's what that is. That's your enticing, inordinate lust. It looks good, therefore it must be good. It's not. That's deceitful. Read.
Then when lust hath conceived and bringeth forth sin.
When it conceived, it brings forth sin. You give into that lust, you're a sinner, man. You're a sinner. You was lusting after that other man's woman. You sinned. You was lusting after that damn McRib sandwich. You sinned. You was lusting after that damn crack pipe, man. You sinned. Read.
And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
When it's finished, it brings forth death. Read.
Do not err, my beloved brethren.
Do not err, my beloved brethren.
SICARRI.